very hot indeed, but we are still here. very humid today. I don't know what it's like where you are, but there is a breeze, but it's a very hot breeze. So, righty-ho. Now, that bit of music. Oh, standing on the cable. That doesn't help. Right, so. Oh, right. So, a couple of things to show you. Pardon me. Right. So. Now, here is just an example. That's all it is, just an example. Take them off. Right, here we go. Right, so.
News direct straight to you. Tonight's breaking story. An elite special forces covert team of toddlers calling themselves the Cat Liberation Front have begun systematically raiding AI artists' homes, liberating 7 AI cats.
Some viewers may find the following disturbing and upsetting graphic scenes funny.
After watching several cat saves baby movies, it was clear that this disturbing and troubled trend needed to be investigated
Okay,
further.
so you now have an idea, yeah? And that, what you just seen on there, you can have at like an intro, or you can do 10 minutes or longer. So what I'm going to do with that, what I've just showed you, is a half-hour show. No cats involved. And what I'm going to show you is it's going to take several months to do, to stitch it all together. But what I've just shown you is a beginning. But that's not just the only one. No. Here's the second one. So, here's my second one. So, free code camp, index HTML. Yes, it's going right the way back to Hello World. That's true. But I'd rather go back to come forward than be stuck with that. Oh, you can't see it probably there. Which is the Udemy course. So there we go. Now you know what's going to happen forward. And with the free code camp, I'll do the work, show you the work each and every day until we have no more work to do on there. So, yes. And in the meantime, the hope is that Newcastle United pull their finger out because apparently the team in London are wanting to basically nick as many players as they can. They already got Delap and others who Newcastle have been chasing. And there we go. But yeah, with what you've just seen, the video with the cats in, it's not going to have cats in. It's going to have something else in the video. And the hope is I can mix things up a little bit. Because I have old content, which is on my older videos, where can't use the video because when you shoot a video inside St James's Park, you don't make any money off it. So I'm going to use that and try and scrub out bits and pieces of it for the new video. So yes, lots to come. And I said the course, which is I'm now on Free Code Camp, responsive web design, HTML, Hello World, and beyond. So yeah, back to this, and the call I had this morning, that call this morning, I now have a new coach, and that new coach introduced themselves this morning, and I knew that was going to happen because they didn't like the fact that I had involved some pretty powerful people. So now you will see from today onwards, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through, the free code on screen, and I might even, can I do that? I wonder if I can go put that check your code, reset. Okay, so there's nothing. Oh, hold on, there is. So if I take that out of there, and I can only copy it. Got you. Oh, what's this one? So different way of doing it, but yeah, I got a little bit annoyed with the online Udemy, so that's why I chose Free Code Camp. And the hope is we go all the way through this, pass the part which is audio and video in HTML, then we go to CSS and all of the other different parts to do with it. What's Alice saying? Good morning, everybody. So what's on top of the cabinet, Paul? The top of the cabinet? Empty boxes. Those empty boxes have been there for quite some while. Have you gone on to self-employment with UC? Yes. And eventually, it will be using my channel and the other things which you already know about. They will fund me throughout this year, next year, the year beyond, and we grow every year. Which is why I was saying to you all in the other live, which I did, where we're going to need 3,000 here, which is why there is going to be like 11:30. There may be one in the afternoon, and there will be 7 p.m. running through from 7 p.m. till roughly 9 p.m. Now, 33 people here. We've got 2 likes. Let's improve that. And as we go forward, we can never stand still and we can never go backwards. So-called Geordie, do you make videos? That's been retracted. Have you drawn up a business plan and understood the risks? Well, look at it this way, right? Using Claude Sonnet, it did a business plan for me. Bok, they are not funding you, Paul. You're supposed to make money. Well, when you become a partner with YouTube and you get over a certain amount, what happens is you get paid on your videos, Bok. And the threshold is £60, and that goes into your bank. Now, what I need you to do and everybody to do is this. When I'm posting videos, share with your friends, not mine, your friends, your family, so that more people come in. Yeah? And then our numbers, which are currently 1,300, they will grow and keep on growing. And then that £60 goes to £100 and higher and higher and higher. There you go. There is no incentive for us to do that, says so-called Geordie. Well, I will say this much to you, so-called Geordie. Okay, I'll say this much to you. There are many fantastic Newcastle United YouTube channels. But I will say this much to you. Of every single Newcastle United YouTube channel, who gives you what you get here? Who else? And if you can name more than 3, then you will have won. Random Forbes, can you send... You know, here's the thing, right? Putting a person's address out, sorry to say, but there are a lot of people in this world who are not the nicest people. So every time you put my address out, it's a business. Yes, it is. YouTube is a business. But that doesn't mean to say I'm going to share on a live or in a video. because there's very, yes, of course it's on Google because Google owns YouTube. And they bought it years and years ago. Now, as we go forward, we're nearly at the end. Yes, Colin, yes, you are correct. And it will be again on Company's House for 2 things. So, well, so-called Geordie, right? Your address may not be on there because you don't have a YouTube channel. You have a Gmail account. Yes, Brandon, yes, you are correct. You are very correct. But that doesn't say that you keep blurting it out. Yeah? Because very soon, when things happen the way I want them to, I will be moving to a new location. Bok Bok. Paul, you're willing to put your address on Google Maps and you don't have to do that. That is because I am geo linked. In other words, if I go, when I used to go and take my mum shopping, I would stand outside a business and sometimes I would take pictures inside the business, and those went straight up to Google, where I think at the last count there was 565,000 people who had looked. Bok Bok, how is this man allowed on the internet? Who do you refer to? Because if you're referring to me, you do for business purposes, Bok Bok. This is part of the strategy of being somebody who is on YouTube. And no, you don't. Well, I know the rules, so I know what I'm talking about. Your city, my city would be Newcastle upon Tyne. I don't live there, but that's my city. Dan, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm wrong and you're right. Considering I've been on YouTube since 2011, that's a long time. AA, why are you ignoring me? Now, whoa, slow down. We're getting distracted. Now, as you can tell by what I've done this morning, yeah, there is music here. There is adult learning here. And Dan has just said, get back to coding. Correct. Yes. And so-called Geordie is saying, you aren't listening to us. Well, I am, because you are not done anything this morning. Well, actually, I was on a call this morning, so yes. That is very true, Brandon. But the object with having YouTube is to grow. So that's what we're going to do. I was loading up the free code Camp Bok Bok. Right. All of these apps, projects, going to be separate companies. Yes. There is one which has potential to run them all. And what they're doing, the new strategy, is this: the smaller channels. Why not launch them under one company? Because it doesn't work that way. Bok Bok's big brother, Paul, are you coming to the Sealer Cup? It's a possibility. Yes, it's a possibility if the family can purchase tickets. So hold on. You've got one person asking about, am I coming up for the Sealer? And then Brandon Forbes has turned around and saying it's all sold out yesterday. So which is it? Are there tickets available? Or is it sold out? Because that's quite confusing. AA is saying, how excited? I'm pretty excited. I will be even more excited. Paul, you see, this is the thing, right? One person's asking one thing, and then all of a sudden, you're pulling me left, right, and center. So here is what is going to happen going forward. Yeah, we're going to have topics. The topics will be rooted. In other words, if we're talking about something, we stick to that until the end of the subject. Brandon, I know, but what I'm saying to you is this. There are people, and some of those people are not nice. They were on general sale for 3 weeks. You could have bought them then. Guess what? You get paid once a month. Once a month. And that money has to stretch. I don't even know what that means. Now, I will say this much. There's a heck of a lot of stuff to come. Heck of a lot. No, so-called Geordie, that has been and gone. Send me coding books. Well, I have this, which isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I have that, which is not what I thought it was going to be. And on top of that one, I also have, where's the other one going? I can't find it. I also have another one which is thinner, but again, it is not what I expected. Now, yeah, that's what I wanted. This. Because left knee is in agony. So I'm going to put that there. Right. But yeah, the hope is once these apps go live and what I showed you just before there happens with the Mighty Magpie Show, the hope is that that'll give us enough money to buy somewhere else. And outside of the new place, I want two things. So yes. Right. Okay, so wait till that dries and we shall continue. Now, because now I've opened up the free code camp, go all the way through that, collect the certificate, and use the knowledge with the artificial intelligence. That's the aim. And in the meantime, we grow this channel. So in 2 weeks' time, I want higher figures here. And when, like somebody asked before, music, Newcastle United, code, so there's three. There's three things you're getting here you don't get elsewhere. And that's before you, like, complain. So yeah. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen. I'm really looking forward to it. The one thing I am looking forward to is being able to turn around and say thank you very much to Universal Credit and goodbye. Now, the one thing I will say is this. To be able to do what I'm going to do, I need you, good people, to spread the word. You spread the word, and I spread the word, and we grow. Now, 1,300 we want by next Friday. We want 1,600, and then we grow from there. So, now, what was that? Spread the word. I don't know if, is that being sarcastic? Is it Universal Credit? Because, let's be honest, right? You're here and you come in regularly. Large size. Even though I'm as skinny as a runt, still large. Now, I'm waiting for a message coming because that's where I've got to go. Over there. Only problem is, it's hot. Bloomin' hot outside. It's about 26 degrees. Someone send him a pizza. Yeah, nice. Any crops? Well, there's something in the fields, but I don't know where it is. It may be lettuce, cabbage, or something like that. Maybe. But, yeah. Now, what I've got to do as well, I have to work on a song. The song is Snow Patrol, and the song is Chasing Cars. Alice is saying, Paul, would you ever start a weed farm? If I was in America, yeah. It's hard to identify a cabbage from a lettuce. They're both green. Very true, yeah. No, because it wouldn't work. Write the theme tune and sing the theme tune. Snow Patrol or shite, says Alice. Well, member of the family doesn't think that. Why doing covers when you have less than 2 weeks to get the apps live? I've been asked for a song. I swore. No. Incorrect. I've toured with Snow Patrol and confirmed the lead singer is... Oh, right, okay. I know the address to point. You know, Colin, yeah, if, yeah, well, never mind. I don't even know what that is. Okay, we're going down a bit of a tunnel there, like, but never mind. So let's, come back to reality, to normal. Man broke his own rules. Okay. Yeah. Let's get this cupboard done. And one thing is quite concerning, though, and that is no players, nobody, no news on the stadium, nothing, absolute silence. Now, some people say silence is golden. I don't agree. Righty ho. Okay. Well, hopefully, come first weekend of August, I'll have left HTML into CSS, and we'll have a bit more understanding of the syntax and what that means. The one thing that keeps jumping into my head is less than and more than, and that colon and semicolon and that. So I did learn something from Udemy. Just angry at them at the moment, because obviously can't do anything with that side. That's all gone a bit Pete-tong. But we just keep on plodding on. Oh yeah, August, we're going to have like an invite as well. That means on certain days you get to come into a box. And what I'll say to you is this: when you come into the box, keep it clean. Yeah. And that way, we're going to grow. So if you want to come in on that night in a box, you have to be in early and then click, and then you go backstage. It might turn around and say to you, it might, you have to have StreamYards. Just letting you all know. Oh, AE. I'm going to go back through the chat and find your message. Ouch. Right, where is it? 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 Can't find that comment. Those files are as old as your business ideas. What flies? Right. Sure. You know about the free code camp because I've showed you it. You also know about the half-hour video. I've got to do scripts for that as well. There's going to be granddad, grandma, mum and dad, and 3 kids. Universal credit is St. Paul. Can I get 4 tickets in the stand at St. James's Park? Well, we're never really in more than, my favourite place is the Gallowgate, but we're never in the Gallowgate much. It's normally the Leazes, the Milburn, or Leazes Terrace. The apps aren't live until the end of this month. So yeah. Have you ever snapped your... I don't play banjo. I play guitar. And you already know that. I play Black Beauty and I play the acoustic. I have played bass guitar. Well, before they go live, they are going to be tested, Buck. And they're going to have a thorough test before they go live. Then they will go live. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it because there's people on Clapper, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, who all know. Would oh, really? How shocking. A tester. Well, what I tried to do in April was get people in to help, and those people decided to do something else. So I'm very, very hesitant. Now, one thing I'm going to hope for today is crack on with this free code camp, push with it, which is part of the title, pushing things forward. And hopefully Newcastle United can do something as well. What a... really? Now, hopefully, 7 p.m. Hopefully, if my neighbour doesn't ring me right before, but I would, if he does, I will let you all know. Just he's going through a stressful time at the moment. So, thank you all very much for being here. Thank you all. Please stay hydrated today. The sun is strong. Buck. My neighbour is going through a tough time. Okay? And that's as much as I'm going to say. And it's always best to listen to somebody who's going through a tough time than shut your mouth off. So I listen. So, yeah. Now, I'll try my best. And hope is that I'll see you all 7 p.m. tonight. And on your way out, hit the like button and see you all later. And thanks for coming.